Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you enjoy your lunch. I'm going to speak in the next 30 minutes about Operation Northern Shield. Operation that its main purpose, its main purpose was to destroy Hezbollah attacking tunnels in the northern border between Israel to Lebanon. First, who am I? I am Lieutenant Colonel Aviv Amir. I am the head of Underground Warfare Branch in the Northern Command. I am a former of Underground Warfare Special Engineering Forces Commander. It's a special unit that's inside Yahalom unit, if you know it. Yahalom is a special engineering unit corporation. I have been, my romance is starting with tunnels through 2014. I was the commander of that unit in 2014, and I was fought in the Protective Edge operation. The Protective Edge operation in 2014 was against Hamas tunnels in Gaza. I was 18 days inside Gaza and destroyed 32 attacking tunnels from Gaza to Israel. Because my experience with tunnels, I was taken to the Northern Command in 2018 to build the Operation Northern Shield I am going to speak about right now. If you have any question during the lecture, you can raise your hand and I will give you to ask. So Israel, we are going to speak about the Israel and Lebanon border. It's the northern border. In Lebanon, there is a Hezbollah organization. I'm going to speak about it in the background. Hezbollah organization that have its operational things to conquer and destroy some places in the northern border between Israel and Lebanon. A little bit of background facts. Like I said, Hezbollah has few strategic projects. Its main one is to attacking into Israel. In 2006, it was Lebanon-Israel second war. Hezbollah was in a defensive strategic back then, and after it, he goes and learned what he wanted to do in the third Lebanon war. He understood that he wanted in the next war to conquer some places in the Northern Command, villages, and Israeli bases, IDF bases, in the Northern Command. The tunnels was a part of the larger plan to conquer and to kill as many people as he can in the Galilee area. Hezbollah has been digging tunnels at the northern border for several years. He learned it from the Hamas. Since 2014, after Protective Edge, he saw how Hamas make a successful operation with those tunnels, and he decided to dig those tunnels from Lebanon to Israel as a part of his big plan to conquer the Galilee side. The use of the tunnels is to cross the Israeli border. Like I said before, and you will see it in the next slides, the Israeli and the Lebanon border, it's a narrow border. You need some tunnels to get from the one side to the other side. So you can do it secretly and you can kill as many as people as you can with a secret operation. The basis of planning the Operation Northern Shield was secrecy and surprise. Only a few officers, something like 80 officers in the Israeli Defense Forces, knew about this operation. My purpose or my position in this operation was to make an integration, and the first one is from learning on the south border, and the second one to take all the technique and the technologies from the south border, from Gaza to the North Command. The difference between Gaza and the North Command, the first difference was the soil. In Gaza, as you know, there is sand because it's near the sea. In the Northern Command, it's more rock. You will see it in the pictures right away. So, as I said, the basis was to make it secretly you needed to take all the techniques and technologies from Gaza to take it to the northern border and to make this operation. The last background fact that the preparation for the operation took something like a year. In Israel, to make this secret operation, it's very hard because you needed a lot of people to speak with them about the technology and about the techniques and to integrate them without they even knew about what we are going to speak about. So the purpose of the operation, like I said, was to destroy all Hezbollah tunnels and deter the organization without being dragged into war. This is a very important thing. We didn't want that the operation will drag us to the third Lebanon war. We wanted to make it in our side, and this is the hardest thing to do, because when you know about a tunnel and you know from where it dug, you cannot go over the Lebanon border. You need to find it in Israeli state. So you have like 1 kilometer or 0.8 mile. When you know you have tunnels over here and you need to find it, it's very hard to make it from the Israeli side. Like I said, the Israel and the Lebanon border, it's a narrow border. This is South Lebanon. In every village like that, there are a lot of underground houses and arrays that Hezbollah uses. But what we are going to speak is not about the defensive one, but the attacking one. Hezbollah dug 6 tunnels into Israel since 2014. 3 of them over here to the Metula city of Israel, and 3 of them, to here, to Zarit Shtula place, from Remia and from Kfar Kile, you see over here. Its main purpose of those tunnels was to get inside Israel before the large attack of Hezbollah and conquer the first places in Israel and make those kills inside Israeli side, like I said. A little bit of background on Hezbollah, as you see. I spoke about 2006 Second Lebanon War, and let the video speak by himself. Remember these pictures on the Hamas tunnels with all the concrete. I will show it after it. So now I'm going to speak about how you find the tunnel and how you destroy it and how we did it exactly in the operation. So the first stage to find the tunnel, it's the intelligence one. We have intelligence that knew and saw some trucks that get out of some places in the Lebanon side. When we saw those trucks, we understand that maybe something it's going to be dug from these areas to Israeli side. And when we did it, we find out that those places are focused to be intelligence spatial teams to make sure if there is tunnels over here. The second stage is technology and drilling. Like I said, my purpose was my position is to take all those drilling machine with the technology, a seismic technology, to find those tunnels. As I said, to hit with this machine in a tunnel that's its wide is something like 1 meter, it's like to hit a nail with another nail in the ground. So the purpose of the technology is to focus us on to a few meters or few yards that you know where the tunnel is. And this is how we do it. We make drilling, we put the technology inside them, we hear those tunnels, and then we hit it with the same machine again. This is how it looks when you hit in a tunnel. This is the camera that we put in the tunnel. This is an original tunnel from Operation Northern Shield. This is the second one that we find in the operation. You can see how it's built. This one specific was very similar to the Gaza ones, but you will see after it that there is another kind of tunnels. The third one is accessibility. I want to show you this one. In the first night of the operation, like I said, the operation was secretly and nobody knew about it. Even Hezbollah was surprised from this operation. In the morning, those two Hezbollah people came to the work. They came to dig into Israeli side, and we hit this tunnel in the night in Israeli side. And when they saw this camera, we bombed on them, like you can see right now, a non-death explosion. So we said to them, don't mess with us in this operation. We are going to dig and to find all those tunnels you made to Israel side. The fourth one, the fourth stage is to explore the tunnel. The purpose of this stage is to prepare the tunnel to the last one. It's to destroy them. We explore the tunnel with dogs, with people. If you need, you can. This is my unit that you can came in to the tunnel and explore it, and with robots. So you can make all the calculating that you need to know how much explosive you need to put inside this tunnel, explosive or concrete, like I will see you right now. We destroy the tunnels from Hezbollah to Israel with two options in the operation. The first one was concrete. We made a special pumping machine with a lot of trucks and special concrete that we pump into this tunnel. This is Kfar Kila. This is the house where the Hezbollah terrorists dug inside Israel. And as you can see, all the concrete get out of this place inside Lebanon. The second thing that we did is to explode those tunnels. We put in the tunnels liquid explosive, like you see over here. It's called emulsia. We put it in the tunnel and we bomb them.
إلى سكان رماه سوف نفجر النفق الذي فعله حزب الله. أرجو منكم إخلاء المكان حالا وسريعا. أنتم في خطر.
תחנות כאן קודקוד, קבלו רשאים.
This is the division commander is speaking in the. This is how we bomb it. And this is the last stage of the tunnels destroying. The Operation Northern Shield took 32 days to destroy all 6 tunnels from Lebanon to Israel. This spatial operation took us and saved a lot of lives in Israel side, because we did it without war and without even shooting one bullet to Lebanon side. I will now show you a summary video, and then we will get to the conclusions. In the background is Benjamin Netanyahu, our Prime Minister, talking about the operation and telling what the purpose of the operation was.
לשטח ישראל מתוך בתים של תושבים. צה"ל לסיכול המנהרות יוצא לדרך.
You can see here inside the tunnels that the rock is different, and the digging machine was different too, from Hezbollah to from Lebanon to Israel. Here you can see a data of all tunnels. Like I said, the rock and the digging machine, you can see it. This is how we explore the tunnels with robots. This is we explore it with soldiers that get inside the tunnels to search it and to prepare it for the destroying state. This is the third one in Metula. That was the technology that we get inside the digging holes, the boreholes. This one, it's the tunnel that you're going to see tomorrow when you're going to drive to the north border. This is called Zar'i 2 or Remia tunnel. This is the main strategic tunnel that Hezbollah dug inside Israel. You're going to see it tomorrow and walk inside it. So, top conclusion from the operation. The first one is the integration between operation side, intelligence side, and technology side. The integration between the three of them is the main purpose or the main successful thing that you can find with it tunnels. The second thing, it's the operational idea of surprise and secrecy. If we won't do the operation secrecy and with surprise to the Hezbollah side, we couldn't do the successful operation. The third thing is the dedicated military power building. Like I said, we did spatial tests and techniques and technologies for this spatial operation. And the fourth thing, it's that the next challenge of the IDF forces is going to be in South Lebanon. With the underground defense areas that it's getting, we are going to meet in the next South Lebanon war, or the next Lebanon war. That's it. If you have any question, please. Thank you. Yes, please.
Amazing operation.
Achia, shalom.
So amazing operation. The video showed that the Miskavam, you found that the tunnel was only on the Lebanese side, or maybe came all the way up but didn't go over it, so we stopped. So the next time, if there's a conflict with Hezbollah, there could be that tunnel and other tunnels where, even though they didn't cross over, they're very, very close to the border, so they could still use those for a surprise attack. So what are we going to do about that?
It's a very good question. We are now nowadays don't have any plan to get into Lebanon side, and if there is any tunnel that going near to the border, we will know about them because the seismic technology that we have, and we will get the main preparation for those tunnels as much as we can. Yes, please. Yes.
After you found the tunnel, okay, and you started digging inside into the tunnel, how come they didn't detect it?
Because we did it so secretly and surprise, think that we made a parking with 20 drilling machines in the northern district, that we came into the border in one night with darkness, without any lights. And in the morning when they saw those drilling machine, they didn't understand. Those people that get inside those tunnel, they saw the drilling machine. We think that they came to see if we hit the tunnel, not to work as a usual day, but they didn't understand how faster we found and hit this tunnel. We had a lot of luck, I need to say, but the lucks go with the good ones, right? Yeah, yes, please.
Are there particularly operational areas where Hezbollah is more likely or less likely to employ this kind of tunnel? So is there an ability to predict that this is a location on the border that's likely to have tunnels, or this is a location
We saw it either that there was 3 in the north and 2 in the middle of the border. We think that they wanted to use it for the first operational units to get inside Israel. So this is why they did it in those places. It's places that you can get inside faster and secreter inside Israel, and to avoid Israeli forces to come into the border. Yes, please.
How many Hezbollah people were involved in digging, and did they work day, night, wonders, and also the Israeli population complained for many years, 2 years, that there were some sounds.
Mm-hmm.
Did this information help you to identify it?
Okay, I will answer first the first one. In Hezbollah, this project was secret too. Not many people in Hezbollah organization knew about it. The second question about the people in Israel that heard voices, those voices don't connected to those tunnels. There are voices that you hear in the night, and you think about it, that you hear something and you don't know it. I always tell a story about those voices. In Gaza, when I was the commander of the special unit in Yalom, we searched for a tunnel inside Israel, Netiv HaAsara village. It's very near the border. Some kind like 3 months. that somebody hear a voice of digging a tunnel. And we search it, and we have the most expensive technologies and days and nights, and we didn't get out home and everything. And in the end, it was a bug, a little bug like a cricket that have sounds like digging machines. So it's not always what you hear, it's what you think about it. Yes, another question, please. That's it? I'm sorry. Okay, so thank you very much.